turn it into the newly reconstructed restoration channel that will carry the Clark Fork River flows.
Hey Doug, your microphone doesn't seem to people.
Take a step closer to it.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Do I have to start again? You have to excuse any mishaps here. But basically, okay, I'll repeat what I said there. Upstream of where we are right now, the former dam site was right here. Upstream about 2 miles, there's a diversion that is diverting the water from the Clark Fork main channel into a side channel around the restoration floodplain and channel work that's occurring upstream. And then it's going into the bypass channel. And you see that to the right of me as you're looking upstream to your left off the interstate. That's the bypass channel that's carried the water around the remedial project area for the last 3 years. And that was something that Envirocon constructed under the remedial action in order to remove the sediments from the reservoir and take those upstream. With the water in the bypass channel, that allowed the state to reconstruct the new channel that will carry the water of the Clark Fork River down through a newly reconstructed floodplain that is designed to function with the channel and act naturally or natural as possible. So what's going on right now, you really can't see it, but if you had binoculars, if you look straight upstream, straight behind me, you can see an excavator and a haul truck every once in a while moving around up there. There are 2 excavators, 2 haul trucks, and a bulldozer upstream removing the diversion dike that will allow the water to flow into the newly constructed channel. In addition to that, there are crews working about 1 mile upstream finishing the last of the stream bank that will support, that finishes the channel. And that's the biggest thing we were waiting on this morning, is finishing that channel work. So we have, Envirocon is doing the channel work upstream on removing the diversion dike and finishing the bank. To the right, as you're looking upstream, you're seeing a whole bunch of other equipment that's moving around, and that's the Helena sand and gravel equipment. They're actually finishing the construction of the floodplain upstream of Duck Bridge. So there's a lot of activity going on upstream, and a lot of those people, aren't able to make it down here at this point. But that's what's occurring. The water has been turned into the new channel upstream. It will take about 2 hours for that water to move down. But right now we're looking at anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes for the first of the water to show up at the new confluence, which will be right behind me. Before I turn it over to some of the speakers, I just need to recognize a few people that have pulled this project off. I'm I guess the fortunate one that gets up here to talk and to talk about this. But this has been a huge project, and from the EPA project managers, Diana Hammer, and I know Russ Corba came out of retirement to come back for today. They've done a lot of work on this project and made this an exceptional project, because it is a combined remediation restoration project. Keith Large with DEQ's here today as well. It's a combined effort by all these the agency people. Other people, Fish, Wildlife and Parks, DNRC. It is definitely not a one-person show. Some of the other people that don't get recognition, that from a restoration standpoint, this project would not be possible without the landowner cooperation. All of the restoration activity upstream of Duck Bridge, not all of it, but a lot of it is taking place on private property. The Harrises, the Ericksons, Don Felton, Todd Seminar, all of those people allowed us, and the Crystal Creek Ranch allowed the state to move onto their property and do restoration activity. And that would not have been, we would not be able to implement this restoration project without those, the cooperation of those folks. And one of the other things I would like to recognize, there's been also a lot of cooperation amongst the contractors. The state itself has had over 11 contractors out here working on this project. And to me, it says a lot about those contractors pulling together under different contracts, under different obligations to pull together and finish this project and work actually really hard in the last several weeks to get where we are. I also have to thank the Natural Resource Damage Program and the staff for their support. Basically, while this project was going on, I was non-existent in the Natural Resource Damage Program offices, just because of the time commitment up here. There are a lot of people that need to be thanked, and I can't thank them all, but I do recognize and thank all the people that have participated in this project, from the governor's office to the public to the contractors working on the site. So you guys all should give yourself a round of applause. We do have a number of speakers. The first speaker, it's very nice and it's an honor to have the governor of Montana, Brian Schweitzer, to talk about what's going on.